everything swallow the world, the spirit of the fourth right.
Hello friends, this is Devojyoti and welcome to my new channel Addicted to Cinema. I'll do a quick introduction of me. This is Devojyoti, I'm 28 years old. I live in West Bengal, India. I worked in an IT company. I live with my mom. It's just me and mom in my family after my father's passing. And I am obsessed with world cinema. That's all you need to know about me. And let's dive into the topic. And today's topic is my 15-year-long hunt of a Spanish actress that I saw a glimpse of 15 years back. So, as I said, I grew up in West Bengal, and in 2008 2009 I was on my teenagers, and as a simple middle-class Bengali boy, I loved my TV, and like the resources were limited, so I used to watch TV a lot. And there was a channel called UTV World Movies, and it used to broadcast international cinema, non-Hollywood international cinema, because in this part of the world, especially in India, when you talk about international cinema, you are mostly referring to Hollywood. So this channel used to broadcast European films, Iranian films, other films from other countries as well, non-Hollywood films. So I watched a lot of films there, French movies, Spanish movies, a few Iranian movies as well. So there I watched partially a movie called In Praise of Older Woman. It was a Spanish film that came out in 1997. Came to know this later. So I saw this movie partially because you know how Indian broadcasting works, like with ad and all that. It's very difficult to follow an entire film through. So I watched the film partially, but I watched one scene, and this is the scene.
Tengo tabaco.
Obviously, I will not play the whole scene because I want my content to be fun and informative but not exploitative in nature. So I saw this actress, this person, and I absolutely was infatuated with her. It was a very brief scene, 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes long at best, but that stuck with me. And at that time, I did not have internet, I didn't have my own phone. Internet in 2008 2009 India was basically in its Neolithic age. It was just beginning, and it was very expensive beyond our financial capabilities. So, and I remember like waiting weeks, months for a repeat telecast of that movie In Praise for Older Woman, just because I wanted to see the glimpse of that scene and that woman. Obviously, the scene itself was heavily censored because of the censorship restrictions, but that stuck with me. Then a lot of water flew under the bridge. In 2012, I got my first phone. In 2015, Jio launched in India, so internet became very affordable. Unlimited internet became very affordable, and that's where my movie watching properly began, with torrents and stuff like that. Obviously, after that, OTTs and stuff came out. Now the real story starts about a month back during Durga Puja. Just around the time of Durga Puja, I was scrolling through my YouTube and I saw an explanation of In Praise for Older Woman. Okay, and there are like several Indian channels that does explanation videos on old Hollywood movies, European movies, and all those memories came flooding back. Those, you know, that infatuation that I had with this actress, me waiting months for a potential repeat telecast. I watched that video, I downloaded the movie, I watched the movie entirely. It's a coming of age story set during World War II. Yes, set during World War II. And if you want to see a review of that movie, please do let me know in the comments. But I obviously watched that scene of that person like, don't know, 500 times maybe. Then I went to IMDb to check the name of this person because I did not know who she was. But I did not get anything on IMDb. Then I checked, like I went down a rabbit hole of the internet to find the name of this actress, because I took a screenshot and searched it on Google, and I have used that image, that screenshot, on my thumbnail as well. Nothing really came out. I literally went down a rabbit hole. The amount of times I have gone down internet rabbit holes for this movie is basically unbelievable. And then I searched on IMDb, nothing really came up. I searched on other websites because certain websites list the actor and actresses with their picture, because I knew this actress only by face. That was the only option. Nothing really came up. Then I had an idea. Now this is a moral lesson. Sometimes you need to do wrong things to achieve right, and this movie obviously contained several explicit scenes. So I decided, why don't I try? And again, this is a moral lesson. You need to commit sins for the greater good. Now there are certain websites that host these clips, and these websites are totally useless. They only exist to tickle the male gaze, but again, you need to do sometimes this stuff for the greater good. I searched the movie in one of these video clip hosting sites and finally had a name. So the actress, the person that I only knew by face 15 years back, finally I knew her. Her name was Lorena García, and I was escalated. I searched on internet and a Venezuelan chef came out. You guys can try. When you search Lorena García, a Venezuelan chef's name comes up. So I was disheartened again. But I went back to the IMDb page and searched Lorena García under the In Praise of Older Woman, and yes, there she was. And there was like a brief 15 or so credits that she did. She worked mostly on 90s and early 2000s, very few films, and there was a directorial credit as well. So I went through all of those. I went back to that site as well. I downloaded a couple of clips, very honestly. And again, I have already given the moral lesson, don't blame me. So I now had the name Lorena García. I had couple of clips and I knew that she starred in small role in Praise of Older Woman, as well as like some smaller roles in other movies and TV shows as well. Now under her directorial credit there was a documentary, and I will not try to pronunciate it because French is a beautiful language and I don't want to butcher it, because I hate it when other people butcher Bengali language as well. So I do not want to do that to another language. I watched that documentary. I searched on YouTube and it was available on YouTube for free. I watched that documentary, and on a related note, you guys can watch this documentary on the screenshot. This is a fantastic documentary. It's set in Argentina. It's a great cross-cultural exploration of human condition. Beautiful cultural exploration. Has that element of travel as well and cultural exploration as well. Beautiful documentary. But again, the information that I was looking for, nothing really came up. I kept going down the internet rabbit hole. When I searched for Lorena García, I was getting that Venezuelan chef, which was like heartbreaking. And she was obviously not her. I knew that by her face. So then I searched like Lorena García with this documentary, and finally I got one more image, and this is the image. And so now I had little more to go around, but still nothing really was coming up. And finally after that I just almost gave up, because as I said, I kept going down the rabbit hole. I watched that documentary, which I loved really. I searched for whatever little clips were available. The only other clip I could find was her guest appearance on Chances, and that was only for one episode as well. So I felt a little disheartened. Now after that I gave up for a few weeks after that, and about a week back I went back to her IMDb page, because again, it's a obsession 15 years in making. So I searched that and I got her full name. On one of her directorial credits, she was credited with her full name. So I just tried that this is going to be the last time I'm going to try this. I copied and pasted the entire thing on Google. Again, I'm not going to try to pronunciate the whole thing because I do not want to butcher a beautiful language like Spanish. And yes, finally something came up. Here she was. She was obviously a lot older now. I'm talking about a movie that was like 25-30 years back. But yes, finally I could find her. And yes, so I was, first of all, I was escalated. That was like my Nirvana moment, that she exists as a person, because for a lot of times it felt like I was chasing a ghost. And yes, I was happy that she's doing really well. So then I read her Wikipedia page was in Spanish, and that was the biggest problem, because almost all of her stuff online was in Spanish. That's why my search engine, because it is programmed in a certain way, was not like I was unable to find her. So yes, she's a very accomplished actress. She's a trained actress. She's currently working as a theater director, and she's married to a screenwriter and a director as well. And her mother is a very well-known talent agent who managed Penelope Cruz, and she's currently working as a teacher and as a theater director in a drama school and a theater production called Centro del Actor. Now, I felt confident in pronunciating Centro del Actor, but if I have butchered the pronunciation, I do apologize. And yes, she's doing really well. I looked up Centro del Actor on internet. Most of it was in Spanish. And yes, they are doing really well. It's a very accomplished drama school. They do theater productions. I looked up on the YouTube as well. Not much. I think they don't have that much on YouTube. And yes, she's doing really well. So this is the full circle of my solo virtual manhunt of an actress that I saw very briefly on my TV screen 15 years back. I'm very happy that she's doing well. This is a weird video, especially if you're starting your YouTube channel. Anyway, I'll recommend everyone to watch her documentary. It's available free on YouTube, and it's a great exploration from a cross-cultural lens. And I'll wrap this up by saying this, and this is highly unlikely. If this video reaches anyone close to Mrs. Garcia, please let her know that she was my first non-Indian crush. Thanks for watching.
¿Qué pasa? ¿Te da vergüenza?
No, pero yo no quiero hacerlo así.
¿Y cómo entonces?
Pues no sé, con amor.
Pero tú eres imbécil.